The other day we were having an interesting conversation, and I credit this video in part to Travis, one of the barbers that works at our shop. But he kind of gave us a little background story on what inspired him to be a barber. And it reminded me of why I enjoy being a barber, why I enjoy helping people through this form of art, through this form of service. And for me, I came to a realization a while back. In the course of my recovery from my Achilles injury, I took an image consulting class. And that class was designed to help me build a business to help people with their image, to improve their confidence through their style. What I came to realize is that that business has a lot of synergy with what I already do as a barber. But in the course of the class, the instructor asked us to really think about some of the reasons why we want to even become an image consultant. So it got me thinking, why do I enjoy this form of service? Helping other people look better. And for me, many of you know I love sports. I love basketball. It's been a passion of mine since I was a little kid. And being a shorter guy who loved to play basketball, you always got relegated to playing the point guard position. And it's a position that I love playing, or loved playing, especially when I played more. But the real cool part, the dope part about being a point guard is the ability to dictate the offense. But even more so than dictate the offense is to contribute to the success of your teammates. A point guard does that by setting up the offense, and at times he may have a direct bearing on his teammates scoring the shot. So for me, growing up, learning the point guard position, older ballers, older friends telling me, stay in the middle of the court. Don't go to the sideline when you're bringing the ball up the court, because the sideline's like another defender. Or watching Mark Jackson, who played for the Knicks and for the Pacers, back the ball up the court to protect the ball. Little tips like this always help me in that game and learning how to play. Well, how does this correlate to helping others with barbering and being an image consultant? Well, one thing I came to realize about myself is I love the art of passing the ball. My favorite players over the history of me growing up watching the NBA, sure, some of them were scorers like your MJ and others, but I would have to say that my favorite all-time player, Penny Hardaway.
Hardaway, oh, beautiful dish, and Grant with the jam.
The elevation now, Michael's had 2 shots blocked tonight. Penny Hardaway goes up, makes the move. He sees Horace coming. Here it is. Horace up and power.
Now, Penny has some great offensive moves, some great scoring moves, some great scoring highlights. But if you watch Penny's highlights, a lot of them are passing the ball. I love watching his art of passing, his court vision. Magic Johnson, another one that I love watching. The way he was able to run the Showtime Lakers, the infectious smile and energy he brought to his teammates, the fun that they had. You could tell Magic got joy from just passing the ball to his teammates. Yay! That's why they had that funny video you guys have probably seen on YouTube.
So then I came down.
Because he just got so much joy from passing the ball, contributing to his teammates' success. Steve Nash, another awesome passer, could score the ball, 2-time MVP, but passing. White Chocolate, Jason Williams, loved watching him play. He was my favorite player for a while. Why? Because of his passing ability. Amazing. So these guys really contributed to and shaped my viewpoint of basketball. And I saw the joy that they received from helping their teammates score. Sure, Chris Webber benefited a lot from Jason Williams' passes. Shaq benefited from Penny's passes. Shaq's numbers were greater when it came to scoring. Kareem, second all-time in scoring, was first for a long time, but a lot of those assists came from who? Came from Magic. Karl Malone, a lot of his numbers came from John Stockton. These guys help facilitate, help contribute to their teammates' success. Does it diminish their role in basketball lore or the Hall of Fame credentials? Not at all. In my book, they're some of the best ever. And they may not have the scoring numbers, but they have the pedigree of being a great team player. So for me, one thing that I've noticed about cutting hair, and now as I branch off into this image consulting thing, I love to pass the ball. I love to pass the ball. I get a lot of joy from my clients sitting down in my chair. And maybe when they sit down, their countenance is a little down, having a bad day. You could tell things are on their mind. Happened today, I could tell from a client. Didn't really get into what was going on with him. But man, once he faced the mirror, he saw his crispy lineup, his beard was done, he started talking. His joy came. That was me throwing that no-look pass to him, and then he had the layup or the dunk. There's nothing that could compare a greater joy that I can compare professionally than that. It brings me immense joy to be able to contribute to somebody else's success. The fact that as a barber, I can cut a guy before he goes out on an important date, cut his hair before he goes to that job interview, cut his hair before he gets married, cut his hair before the birth of his child, cut his hair before traveling to that place that he's always wanted to go his whole life. Like, these are incredible moments that I get to participate in vicariously. I get to pass them the ball, the no-look, the give and go, the behind the back, the lob. Like, I'm lobbing my clients up for success. They're the ones that come through. You know, it's like that picture with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. And all you see is LeBron behind Dwayne, ready to throw it down. That's me. I love lobbing the ball up, letting my client score the bucket. But I get to know I had a large part in that success. That, for me, man, it makes my day. The feeling is incomparable. It's nice to be compensated for it, but no money can outweigh that feeling of bringing joy to my clients. And I think that's what has helped contribute to the success, my own personal success, but also the brand that me and Fernando created. And a shout out to the rest of our team too, because these guys are selfless and they're team players. And when we can pass the ball to each other and root for each other's success and throw the lob, throw the no-look, the behind the back, the give and go, man, it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. So why do I enjoy being a barber? Your barber? Why do I enjoy this new prospect of being an image consultant? It's the ability to assist, to pass the ball, to contribute to someone else's success. For me, it's a joy. It's a pleasure. I get a lot of joy from it. I noticed when I played basketball in the past and I threw a nice no-look pass or the right timed pass. Maybe it wasn't even the fanciest pass, but it was the one that was timed just right for my teammate to score. I often felt more excited about that than me scoring a bucket. And that's when I knew that there's some correlation to that feeling and my personality, which helps me with my profession. So I guess it's something always built within me. I know my parents were very generous people. They taught me a lot when it came to that. My mom was always offering advice, sage advice, not only to me, her family members, but to her close friends. My dad was the type that was very generous, that would give the shirt off of his back. We often hosted people at our house, whether it was for a weekend or when they came upon hard times, they would stay with us for weeks or months at a time. That was my parents' form of assisting others, passing the ball, and I'm just keeping that legacy going.